Hey traders, my name is CHoCH. For 7, I train traders how to trade in harmony with the market. Today we will be doing the market state of play. That means we will be looking at analyzing the pound US dollar, the euro US dollar, the US dollar Japanese yen, and finally we will look at the US dollar Canadian dollar. As it is the midweek, Wednesday, the 23rd of October 2024, we want to look at what has happened, the current trend, and most importantly, I will be giving us the key price point which we need to keep our eye on for a bullish or bearish breaks. So let's crack on with the first one, the pound US dollar. This is the chart of the pound US dollar 1 hour chart. I've squeezed the chart up because we're doing an analysis and we need to see the major price points. Okay, we start from the low here that was made on the 22nd of April, and from that day we had a change of trend. And looking at this, we can count this wave as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, followed by a pullback and a high. That move there tells us that there's more of a potential for this high to be retested again. So the first key price point we have is this momentum high here. I will just call all these price structural points, but they have different significance. Okay, so the first price point is my magnet on. I think so. That high there is a momentum high. Okay, then the low that make that high is a structure 130.0020. So we start with the 1.3434 as the momentum high. Then the structure is the 1.30020. We've broken the structure, so the picture here looks bearish. If we count the wave of this internal wave, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 5, 2, 5, 3. So from where we are right now, the expectation on the pound US dollar is to have a pullback above the this price here. That would be the first change of character in the that will be a bullish change of character in the pound US dollar, and that price point is 130723. Okay, that is our expectation in the short term on the pound US dollar, for us to see a break of this area here. Okay, that is basically the picture. We have another structure here. Okay, this structure, that's the structure that made the momentum high here. Okay, that momentum high was broken. This one hasn't been broken, so we have a potential for a retest of this momentum high that has failed down. Okay, because price, you can see the momentum, then we had a slight slow move all the way to where we are right now. So the picture is bearish, but we are expecting a secondary trend. The secondary trend will be confirmed at the break of the 130745. Okay, so that is the picture or what I can see on the pound US dollar. Next one we're going to look at is the euro US dollar. This one, we've been selling the euro US dollar, and we still have a short trade going on in the euro US dollar. And as you can see, this thing is the same, it's similar to the pound. We had a trend changing pattern here, then we had a break up here. So that is a structure. Then that structure failed. It became a momentum high after the break of it. So I can label this here as a major point there. Because I've squeezed the chart so much, the magnet is not picking the price that I want it to pick actually. Let me do this again. Looking for the high. Gonna have to expand it. There we go. So as a key structure, 1.09160. Squeeze the chart back. And as you can see, we broke it first time, second time. It failed the third time that it came there, and we are trading below another structure. This is another structure. And this one is actually the one that we're going to be using going forward now, because that's the closest structural point the price is trading near. So above the structure you want to buy, let's count the wave down: 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So this is a completed wave structure down. The picture is still negative because we've broken 2 structures down. Okay, there's another one here. This one that made a momentum high here. So the trade in the euro US dollar is actually very simple. Okay, the expectation, the short-term expectation will be a trade above the 107.77 should give us a test of this structure here, 109. So I'm just writing this down: euro US, writing this down, euro US dollar, 1.07774 to 1.09160. Okay, the completion of the wave structure we've seen the completion of the wave structure with this wave that has broken two structural points. That is participation. We basically have a directional move in the euro, okay, and the pound. So that means the dollar is very strong. All right, and this has turned to a trend. So the ideal situation is for us to start to use, and this is the same thing we're going to have to do on the pound US dollar as well, to draw the Fibonacci down. And we will continue, if this price continue to go down, we'll continue to move the Fibonacci, looking to capture the sell from our sell zone here. This will be the sell zone. Okay, that area there is the sell zone. Then because we have a trend, broken 2 structures, completed wave structure, this area will be the best area to sell after the correction of this trend to the downside. We can do the same thing on the pound US dollar. Okay, this is what we have. We draw the Fibonacci from the momentum high to the end of the wave structure. I'm going to remove this now. Okay, and this is our sell zone here. That is the best area that you can get involved in selling after the corrective phase. This corrective phase may take maybe a week, because this downtrend started on the 26th of September 2024. So we've seen more than 3 weeks of this downtrend. So we are not expecting the pullback to be anything less than 2. Even it might match the same period that this trend has been coming down. So we have a good potential for a nice potential for an upside move that you can be taking. This will be a spot trade. You're buying, you're closing your position A pullback, you buy, you close your position. A pullback, you buy, you close your position. That's the way we're going to engage the pound US dollar. The next one is the dollar yen. Like I said, the dollar has been very strong, and look at that. This is a good example. This was the breakdown that took place in July, and that was a strong downtrend that moved there. If we squeeze this chart even further, you can see major structures have been taken down. This here is a momentum high. That is a structure. I need to put the magnet back on. This magnet is not working for me today. And that's about what we can do. 151.89 as the structural point in the dollar yen. Let me just note that down. I'm doing this live, so it's taking a little bit of time, but that's fine. 151.89 is the structural point. That one there. And as you can see, look at this. This is very strong. All right. Our trade is very easy on this one. We have an internal structure here. We can use this as a filter. We also have internal structures going up here. So we have 1, 3, 5, 1, 5, 2, then 5, 3. So this is actually a directional move. This move down. And the correction we've seen. How many waves do we have here? This is a structure ABC 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is one part of the wave structure. You can call this 0A, B, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 5, 2, and the third wave is going on. So we have a good setup here. Okay, a break back below the structure 151.89 will give us a continuation of this trend. The best way to approach this is to draw the waves, the Fibonacci, from the top of the trend to the bottom of the trend. Oh, come on. So I'm just going to drag it and eyeball it. The magnet is not playing ball today, so I think that's the best we can get. And look at where we are trading. We're trading inside the sell zone of the Fibonacci. Okay. And the wave structure, this is basically what we have. For those that have been following my analysis and the trade ideas that we post, we basically have a corrective waves going on after a completed impulse. Okay, and this will be B, and the end of this will be C. So that is corrective. Right. The first break point will be here. That will be a bearish change of character. This one here, and that price will be 149.075. So 149.075. Then 151.89 is the structure. That is the first area you can actually start looking to short the dollar yen if the price starts to come back below 151.89. So that's basically the picture. We have a downtrend. This here is a correction. Okay, the correction, at the end of the correction, you see a strong unreasonable rally. Look at this. This is like a perpendicular movement up here. You see that is like a straight line. We said a trend will not travel in a straight line. This is here. This is to chase all the people that are selling here. This is to chase them away. Then they will start to sell their trade. You can see there's a pocket here that they are testing. That is a small pocket there that the price is testing, and you just have to wait. Don't fight this strong rally. Wait for the price to settle down, and we can start to get involved from a smaller time frame to look for a selling opportunity. This is a corrective wave. This is your impulse direction. Okay, but this can sometimes be very strong, and also it can take a while before the price settles down and the sellers come in and start selling again. So the picture in front of us right now, you can be buying, but be careful, all the effort has been put in this last wave. So this does not represent a good value for buying right here. The best trade is to wait for this strong rally to lose its momentum. From a lower time frame, you can start to look for two lower highs for an opportunity to short. Okay, the last but not the least is the US dollar Canadian. Fantastic. We traded this last week. You can still see the lines on the chart. Remove drawings. Yes, remove. Then look at this. This is very strong. The dollar card started the move on the 25th of September, and we can count the wave actually with this one. We have ABC1 followed by pullback, and the 3, 4, this one still have more scope to go further than where it is right now. So if you are actually looking at buying the US dollar, I'll probably suggest the card is the one that we want to buy the US dollar against, because the wave structure is not completed yet. We have 1, 2, 3. All the effort has been put into this first wave here. We had a structure here followed by a new momentum high and a structure. So we have a simple trade here. This will be the structural point, 138.14. We have a momentum high. I think the magnet will probably work for this because this is a lonely candle here. There you go. Hooray! Then we have a momentum high of 138.38. Okay, so if price starts to come below the momentum high because of all this move here, and if price should trade below the 138.38, which is the dollar card, let me write that down. Structure 1.3838. Then that's the momentum high. Sorry, momentum high 1.3838. Then the structure 1.3814. If we trade below these two price points, you're going to have a major move to the downside. Okay, I don't want to project that, but we have another internal B structure here, 134.72. So but the best trade you can take on the US dollar Canadian, where we are right now, is to actually look for a buying opportunity. We can do this as a continuation projection or continuation wave using the Fibonacci from this low to this high. The price has pulled back. The pullback is not a good one. It did not come into the buy zone. Okay, and that is actually one of the key things we are looking. If you have a continuation move or a continuation setup, you have to use something else to verify it. And what we can see here, this pullback is very shallow. They may fail, okay, because this one has satisfied the wave structure 5. And once you start to see a breakback below the momentum high, that will be a sell. A breakback below the structure after breaking the momentum high down, that will be a double sell. So you're probably going to see something like this. If we break this and break this, we're going to have a breakdown below this place. Okay, so that is the picture in the US dollar Canadian dollar. If they stay above the momentum high, then you can look to buy. Or if they come below the 138.38, selling is your best or is your high probability trade in the US dollar Canadian dollar. That means they're going to start to take profit. The winners, the people that have made money on the US dollar trades, will start to take their profit. That is it, guys, for the state of play of these major pairs. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you like what you've seen, give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to my YouTube channel for more updates on relevant currency pairs. My name is CHoCH 247, and I wish you a successful trading week, and God bless.